It's a welcome back. Even though you never knew I went anywhere because no one watches. So what's the difference? It doesn't matter because we are here and we are back. And it is the 1st of September and we need to go as we means to carry on going where we want to go. So there's a lot to unpack. And we got to start unpacking. Now you have seen through the description, there is a lot to unpack. So if you're going to be jumping on board, I'm going to be saying a quick hello. And if you're going to be watching this after, so when it's recorded, then hopefully you can give me some interaction. Tell me what you got from this, whether you kind of learned anything from this, whether you knew everything I'm about to say, and most importantly, was it of value? Because that means a lot to me. And with what I say, does it kind of influence you to do things that you really need to do? Not that I want to be that influencer, but most certainly we all need some sort of accountability to become influential. So, some nuggets of knowledge as we are choosing the chew for the Tuesday. And I wrote that down because I couldn't remember exactly the way that went. But that went pretty well. Now, how this is going to work. I'm going to unpack a lot of value. Some tips, some knowledge, and I'm going to give you some insights and I'm going to give you some offers as well. So this can be quite a long one. And I'm going to download this, put it on my YouTube as well. So you can go onto my YouTube because that's where people go if they want a bit of long form, as well as this place as well, this Facebook page as well. So hopefully you would find this of interest and all of the other stuff that I said previously, so I don't keep on repeating myself and making a mess of things. So let's get involved straight away. Now, you would have seen yesterday, if you follow me, that I am big on the coffee. And I went to a nice little coffee shop yesterday. It was a little kind of like cafe, delicatessen, that kind of thing, caf, yeah. And had a lovely coffee, and it was from Illy. Now I've had Illy before. It was just that at that point in time it nailed it. It just proper nailed it home, and I thought this is a bit of sex for the tongue. And as it went down the throat, it was a bit velvety. So you can look at that any way you want, but it was velvet. Now being velvet, it felt good, and as it felt good, it kind of stimulated different kinds of hormones inside of me. And I thought to myself, I have to make a live from this because of the feeling that I'm getting now. So because of that, I'm going to give you 3 benefits, tips, nuggets of knowledge when it comes to coffee. The first thing is that it improves physical fitness. Now, how does it do that? It does that via stimulating your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands are those things that shoot hormones that are known as adrenaline, and it shifts your body from static to ready. So you may have heard it being called the fight or flight, but it's more about being static and ready. So that's what adrenaline does for you. And caffeine also releases fatty acids from your fat cells. And because of that, it kind of goes into those energy cells and it can produce that activity level that you require for your fat loss. So fatty acids play a role in making you lose fat through caffeine. So it makes sense to drink coffee. Now, you may be thinking, this is number 2, how much? Now, that's not an easy answer. It just is not an easy answer. So, I'm going to switch hormones from adrenaline to adenosine. Now, adenosine is another hormone that gets blunted when caffeine goes into your body. Now, what adenosine does, it plays a role in your ability to be awake and sleep. So, it doesn't allow you to sleep. Right? Now, how much? Well, this is all down to your sensitivity, and this is what I'm hopefully going to explain to you. When caffeine goes into your body, it takes around, generalization now, 45 minutes to get saturated within the body, so it acts super quick. You can actually have a coffee, and then as you're drinking it and it hasn't finished yet, you are wired, you are getting wired. That lasts for about 45 minutes. Now what happens with that process is the adenosine, it gets blunted, so there's no way that you are going to fall asleep at that time. You are totally wired. Some people, and this is where you need to gauge and understand how sensitive you are. Some people drink coffee and then bang, they're falling asleep. Now, those people are the ones that are not sensitive to coffee in that aspect. They're sensitive in an opposite way. Now, the reason why that happens is the adenosine, the one that's already in your body, when you're drinking the caffeine, it gets blunted straight away. But adenosine starts to get created again, but not the one that's already in your body. So you're drinking the caffeine, blunts that, so it kind of puts an umbrella on it, shadows it, and then there's other adenosines, the hormones that get created again. The reason for that is that your body always is in a fight. It's in a fight for survival and balance, and what we call homeostasis. So your body always wants homeostasis, and because of that, the adenosine creeps up and it says, listen, I want to sleep, yeah, and you're not going to stop me from sleeping, even though the body isn't ready to sleep, if you understand what I'm saying. What we're putting something that is foreign in the body, that is kind of engaging and shifting our body's pattern, and because of that, the body don't want it. So what it does, it says, no, I'm going to do something so you won't disrupt my pattern. And then adenosine comes in. And so when that 45 minutes or so is up, that's generally speaking, the other adenosine comes up, and it may come up in a wave, and then you go into your crash. And that's why you may feel tired after caffeine. How do you know if you're sensitive? If you've had one coffee and you are wired for 2, 3, 4 hours, you're a bit sensitive. So that would answer the question of how much would I need to improve my physical performance? If you're the kind of person who is very sensitive to caffeine, then it's 1 cup, probably. So moving on from that, that was the third one, adenosine. So with that, what I've now given you is an understanding that caffeine improves your performance, and it does that via stimulating the adrenal glands as well as the fatty acids within your body. And how much do you need being the second question. The third question is the answer to that, which is not necessarily one answer fits all. So I had to go round and explain to you about adenosine. So hopefully that was of value. So now let's move on. Let's move on to the ladies. And if you see my big description, there are 2 things that I am. And I am, well, I'm a lot more than just 2 things, but realistically speaking, or should I say for the benefit of now, for this part of the live, I am a nutritional practitioner and on my way to becoming a more qualified nutritional coach. Now, because of that, I have devised this ebook, and the ebook is this 5-day tune-up, which is all about engaging and increasing and creating your wealth within your health. And what I've done, I've split it up, so I've compartmentalized it, strategized it for 3 main values that ladies and men, but ladies mainly, we need to be more aware of. So this ebook is about awareness, confidence, and self-belief, and how it gets to that state of you becoming more aware of your confidence. Dude, how many coffees you had? Today, let me think. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big ass mugs already. Is it gone past the afternoon? Possibly. Anyway, hey look, you're up there as well. Wicked. Thank you, dude. Right, so about 6, Stu. How many have you had? And like I said, obviously I'm not sensitive because I can go home now and sleep, so it doesn't really affect me that much now. Right, so let's get back to them ladies. So what I've done, I've compartmentalized it, I've strategized it, I've cut it up in pieces, and the main pieces are for the values of that self-care, self-love. nutrition and movement. I don't like to say exercise because exercise may fill you with a bit of, I'm a bit too busy, dude. Bit too busy. I'm a bit too busy to eat, bit too busy to move, do exercise. I'm a bit too busy. Self-love, are you having a laugh? You know, I just love other people. Forget about me. This is where we need it to be capped. And we need you to put the attention on yourself. So, because of that, I've devised an ebook, a 5-day tune-up for the wealth within the health, to create the wealth within the health, to make that fitness within the business be absolute business. And the business is your body, always your body. So for the ladies, this ebook, I won't say it's essential, but then I will say it's essential because there's two sides of me that doesn't want to be that egotistical maniac and say what I've created is the best thing ever. And the other one is like that humility will cut in, the humbleness, and say, you know, if you do try this, then quite possibly you will get another sense of direction and another thought process going through. I've had 6 to 10, not sensitive, mate. Like me, my friend, well done, well done. And what kind of coffee do you having, dude? That's really interesting, because yesterday, actually on my stories, if it's still there, I kind of gave a questionnaire and I said, which coffees are you like digging? So I put Costa Coffee, Starbucks, and I put Illy as well, and I put Pret a Manger, because those are the ones that I like. So the 4 ones that I like are basically those ones. So I thought, what about you? How are you? Well, how did you get down? And also there's other coffee shops as well that I dig as well. Really family run and independent ones as well. Anyway, so that ebook, ladies, if you do want that ebook, then all you got to do is DM me your email and it will go right in your inbox. Or there is another way you can do that, and that is get onto my Wealth in Health Facebook group. I almost forgot there because I got the names mixed up. So I've created a Facebook group as well. If you get into this Facebook group, what will happen is that you will be surrounded by not only like-minded people, but people that are on the same journey, but different paths. So you'll all be going towards that place that you feel you need to go to self-actualize, to self-develop, to create confidence, to get self-care, self-love, to know more about your nutrition, to be that confident being, that self-belief that we need you to have. That's what this group does. And also I jump in as well and I give you the accountability tasks that I believe can really serve you a purpose. Let me see. Nescafe, Taylor's filtered coffee. So you're a maniac, my friend. Awesome. It's made me laugh, dude. What's the word? There is a word that I'm looking for. It will come to me. It will come. Savage. You're a savage, dude. A coffee savage. Nice to have this kind of communication. Really, really appreciate it. Now, so, ladies, you know, heard about the Facebook group. So if you're interested in that, again, the link will go into this feed in the comment box. Now, 2 more things. Not necessarily for the ladies, but maybe for someone that you know, or quite possibly for you as well. However, there are 2 things, right? I've just moved the damn phone. Right. There are 2 things that are absolutes in this world at the moment as we know it, right? So nothing will, I'm not going to say change, but there's going to be 2 things that are certainties. I think that would be a better word, certainties. So we know about life and we know about death and we know about taxes. Those are certainties, right? So there are other certainties that I want you to be thinking of slightly. The one certainty is you. Your health, your mind, your empowering you. That is an absolute certainty. No matter what happens in this world, in this life, there will be you. That is a certainty. So it depends how much you want to empower yourself or how you want to just give your autonomy away. How much do you want to give it away? And that is the problem for many, many people. They are not autonomous. They are not in charge of their life, and they'd rather give it to someone else to control. Even though you might believe that to be wrong, unfortunately, that is kind of the truth. No matter what, we get told what to do. We always get given certain things that we must do, not for our own purposes, but for other people. And then we start to get into this common bias that we must act and turn it off. Right, so I got a phone call right in the middle of my live, and I did not know that this actually activates when you're calling. I didn't know that. I thought that if someone's trying to phone you while you're doing a live, it would it would just carry on. There's something new and something that's completely put me off. Anyway, so the second thing that is a certainty is the online world. So the online world is an absolute certainty. Coming out of lockdown, which we are in the UK, you will know more than ever how important online is. So that can be described in many ways, like e-commerce, it can be e-learning, it can be just communication. However you want to be looking at it, it is a certainty that will always be around. So this is where I would like to put on and give you that knowledge that I am an online tutor for level 2, level 3 personal training. So if you know anyone that wants to just switch their skill set and learn a new craft and master their craft, then it can only be done exclusively, and it can only be done with that autonomy that they decide to go on through the online world. Because on the other side of the platform that I'm talking about will be me, and then with me, hopefully, they will get that skill set and they will become empowered and they will become masters of their craft when it comes to level 2, level 3 personal training. So again, I'm going to leave that link in, and just in case you want to go on to any kind of site, poweracademy.co.uk. So that's the website that you need to go on, and then you might find a little video of me introducing the course, and it's all happy days if you want to get on board. If you don't want to go down that route, then all you got to do is just look at the links, because I'm going to put a link in the comment box as well. So that leads me and leaves me to my final point. Thank Christ, maybe you're saying, or maybe you're not saying nothing at all because you haven't been watching and you've just come back on here and you're just seeing little snippets and little bits and pieces. So that's fair enough. Now, if you want to go on a journey to discover you with nutrition and movement, then what I give is a valued platform for that, because I'm an online coach, an online trainer. So like I said, a nutritional practitioner on his way to become a higher level nutritional coach, and I've got skin in the game when it comes to training people, so much so that I'm teaching people about training. But what I do, I offer my personal services online, which is really affordable, because even though I am face to face and I am really contactable, at the moment, we are not doing face to face. So only I give that to an exclusive priority package, the actual premium package for that. But at the moment, you can be online. I can work with you on an exclusive level, on a very affordable level that you believe I never knew that you can get this kind of value. So because of that, the online platform, what I've done, I've devised a 2-week try before you buy a plan. And again, that link is going to be in the comment box as well. So what you're going to find is 4 links. Hopefully I've said that correctly and I've counted correctly. The first link is going to be to my Wealth to Health ebook, which can only be given with your email. So with that, I'm going to be calling out for your email. Now, the second link is going to be about my Facebook group, which you are all welcome to. It's a private Facebook group. And when I say all welcome to, I've made it and designed it specifically for that busy lady. The lady that's got the kids, the lady that's got the career, the ladies that want to empower themselves through nutrition, through mindset, and know about their self-love, self-care, nutrition, and movement. All about them values. And also, I'm going to put a link in for the learning platform that I'm on that teaches you level 2 and level 3 personal training, as well as the platform that I'm on that I do my own personal coaching on as well. All them links are going to be in. It is the 1st of September. It had to be a big one. It was a big one. Hopefully it was of value. Hopefully you got something from this that you can interact with me back. Leave your comments, whatever comments you got. Click the links, whatever links you want to click on, and hopefully this served you well for today's date. And I've got to go because this has been pretty mental. Read all the notes because there's a bit of comic in that as well.